Come here now, girl.
Hello and welcome to episode 2 of the Map of the Year series 2022 with me, BonBonB. I'm BonBonB, you're very, very welcome. And boy, what a year it has been. Now, we've already had episode 1. If you missed it, that was up yesterday. It was real life locations. We had 2 stunning maps from real life climbs. Today, we've got 2 stunning maps, which are islands. And everybody knows how much I like an island map. My last map, of course, was an island map itself. Now, the first map we have a look at today is, I'm going to hopefully pronounce this something like right, Nàhua or Nàhua, something like that, by Zwishy. Zwishy has absolutely nailed it. And this map, of the 2 today, if you're looking to do a big build or a very build or making lots of small towns or a few large towns or big cities, or maybe you're going for a big coastal build with nothing in the middle, all of those options, this of today's 2 finalists is the standout map as far as that goes. But before I talk about that, I would like to apologise to Zwishy. The graphics that you're seeing now don't match the screenshots. And I think I did pretty okay on the original review. But I've got the correct theme, I've got the correct LUT, I've got all the settings right. In fact, I've tweaked all of the settings, including relight and so forth, just to try and get it close. I even switched up LUTs to get close, and I'm not running with the required LUTs because that was even more out than this one is. This is still a very nice look, and I think it does do the map justice. It just doesn't do the map justice in the same way as the screenshots. So if you want to know what the screenshots look like, you know what to do. Links to both today's maps are in the description, and you go and check how it's supposed to look there. And I don't know what my problem is today. It's just not happened. Anyway, still a beautiful map. Now, if you saw the preview show on Christmas Day, you'll know that I had a couple of island maps that just missed the cut. One of those 2 island maps I said was too big to really be called an island map, Montura. It was an island map because it was completely surrounded by coastline. It was absolutely an island map, and this is absolutely an island map by technicality. It's surrounded by coastline. But it's huge. It's absolutely huge. And where I think this map wins over Montura that just missed out in that final cut was this map has the verticality. It has some hills and valleys, little plateaus, very subtly done, very, very subtly done. Whilst the one on Christmas Day in Montura, it had all the different biomes and lots of interesting shapes, but it was pretty much perfectly flat. If you're looking for a perfectly flat, big island map with lots of different variations, maybe that's one you're going to have a look at. There are all sorts of different maps, but for me, overall, I felt that the design and the thought process that had gone into this map was just a little bit more, and so we're going with it. To be fair to the creator of Montura, I don't have my notes here who that was their first map, so I'm sure everything will get even better. Everything will get even better as they go along. But wow, we've been blessed. We have been absolutely blessed, and there may be more island maps coming, because the thing is, remember, we have a large amount of crossovers. Some island maps are real life locations, some real life locations are a little bit fantastical, and so on and so forth. So there is crossover, and of course we do have on New Year's Day my outright winner for Map of the Year. Now, if that happens to be an island map, that means today's 2 island maps are technically 2nd and 3rd place. I'm not saying it's an island map, I'm not giving it away just yet, but what we have are just the best, the creme de la creme of all of the maps from the year that we're having a look at now. Just heading a little bit inland now. I haven't done a full lap of the coast. I figured we're heading to the Start Square area, which is here, I think. I think it's just a little bit north of that road from how we're viewing it here. I think so. I can't remember exactly. But yeah, it just entices you to want to play. In terms of gameplay, this is just screaming out. It's not massively intensive as well in terms of requirements. We haven't got too many trees, and I think there's all inclusive. I think there's about 19 things to subscribe to off of the workshop, which isn't the worst. It isn't the worst. Far from it. Far from it. So yes, Zwishy has absolutely made my day. Made my day with just a monolith. A monolith. I think they used the analogy in the description that they wanted to basically produce what was effectively a continent. Okay, very small continent because City Skylines, with all the different variations and so forth within it to add different biomes and different, just a lot of character, and they have definitely done that here. So yes, Nàhua by Zwishy. I like this. Well, obviously it's in my shortlist for Map of the Year under the Island category, and yeah, it's huge. It's huge. Now, if this is too big for you though, or if you're looking for something a lot more technical, or if you're a detailer and you look at something this big and you go, I could never do this map because I would never be able to finish it. I'd be making every single road, junction, every single intersection work, putting trees and flowers down by roadsides. Maybe the second map is gonna work for you. I should hope so, because this one is eye candy. It's absolute eye candy. And in terms of island maps, there's no argument here. There's no argument here. We have islands. We have lots of little islands, a couple of main islands, and it stands out. It absolutely stands out for me as being the most interesting, the most technical of the island maps. There might be some of you saying, hang on a second, if we go back to that preview show on Christmas Day, Livy, I can see an argument for that. I can absolutely see. You wouldn't be wrong. You absolutely wouldn't be wrong. But Spearhead Island by IhmeHihhuli trademark. Yes, IhmeHihhuli. Always IhmeHihhuli. I couldn't not have this one. I couldn't not have this one in my list. And so, yeah, maybe on another year, Livy would have edged him. I think probably Livy in somebody else's, in everybody else's list, you would have had it. I think a lot of people would have had it above Nàhua, the previous map. But then the thing was, for me, Livy and this map are both quite similar. They are in terms of there are detailers maps, and with the final review, the finals 12 maps plus the of course the outright winner, etc. I want to provide a service to you guys. I want to at least inspire you with one map. Now, if you look at this and you go, yeah, it's a lovely island map, but I couldn't build a city on it, it's too small. Well, I've given you one that's bigger. Or if you're looking at it going, yeah, but this has got, I think it was 44 requirements off the workshop. I'm running a potato. I couldn't possibly, well, I've given you the other one. Okay, the whole point of this final shortlist was to try and not just say these are the best maps, because if we're going to just do that, then again, I may as well just pick out the top half dozen creators and name every map they've released and just ignore everybody else. It's not about that. It's providing a mix, a real swathe of different sorts of maps, different types of maps, of different complexities, different amounts of requirements, and that kind of thing. And what we have here, yeah, this does feel more like a detailer's map. It really does. And I'll tell you what, if you're looking for a detailer's map, you should definitely look at this one. It just feels alive. And as an island map, we have the highway that runs all the way across the sea. And again, how often do we see these elevated highways coming across the ocean, doing island hopping, and they just don't look and feel right? This map, the whole thing just comes together. That highway feels like it actually does exist there. We can't see what's off the edge of the map, what this is supposed to connect up to, but whatever is there, maybe it's for me, this is kind of like the coast of, I mean, we had Dubrovnik, oh, spoilers, but it was released yesterday. We had Dubrovnik listed, and this does feel like it could be off the coast of Croatia, and part of the Dubrovnik map. It would fit. It would absolutely fit. I don't see any problem with it. It's just done right. Again, not huge swathes of buildable space, but the nooks, the crannies, and a lot of the beautifying work has been done so that you can actually come along and just add your little feel to it. A few of you will go, I can build on there because I would just make the place more ugly. Well, that's fine. It's absolutely fine. It's a chance to hone your skills, actually. It may make you work a little bit harder and learn some new techniques. And this year, I'll hopefully be teaching you a few techniques, maybe, with my new tutorials that are coming along. They are coming along. Won't be long to wait for the first one into the new year. So yes, Spearhead Island. I mean, it's not island, the islands we have. And yeah, here we go. There's a little one out here, just a little harbour area. Couple of little roads down there just to get you started, of course. Use the bulldozer if you don't want them there because you're going to do something different. Absolutely, perfectly acceptable. It's beautiful. It's IhmeHihhuli again. Why wouldn't it be beautiful? I just don't know. I'm astounded. I'm absolutely astounded. I saw this and I thought this is going to be hard to beat, and it turns out it was. It was very, very hard to beat. I didn't quite put an asterisk by it, but it went on my short list of maps for Map of the Year. And of course, there's going to be some more coming along very soon. We've got a few more shows this week, which will include, in not necessarily in this order, but we will have vanilla, we will have fantasy, we will have realistic, and we have alternative biome maps coming along, as well as on New Year's Day, where we'll have the outright winner and a little special mention for a runner-up as well. So it's been absolutely brilliant year. Love 2022 for the quality of the maps, and 2023 can only be more so. Right, so join me tomorrow for episode 3 of Map of the Year. I've been BonBonB, you've been very, very welcome, and I'll see you again very, very soon. Thanks for watching.